Well, good evening, everybody. How are you? It's Captain Shane, and we got some. What is this? Frozen glass on my windscreen? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Let's get some power on this jet and let's get this windshield defrosted because it looks a little chilly. Anyway, let's get going. Electronic flight bag is on. Ground power unit chocks are in. Landing gear lever. I'll get that right now. Okay, let's get the battery on. Ground power. Get some cockpit lighting in here. It is dark in here. Why is it so dark in here? Let's see if we can get this window defrosted here, because it's looking pretty cold. IRS, window heat, probe heat, emergency lights. Seatbelt sign. I don't have any packs on anyway. So logo light, position lights are on. Okay. Let's see if that windshield defrost will help with the window. Oh yeah, there we go. Way better. I guess it's cold here. Let's see here. Okay, cargo fire EFIS setup. Let's do that now. Not done with my panel lights yet. Alright, EFIS setup. Let's go plan on this. Airport data. Okay. And weight and balance for tonight. Let's see what we got. Take a look at our flight plan here. We're going from Alliance Fort Worth over to Birmingham. Or Nashville, not Birmingham. Nashville. Never been there before. So that should be fun tonight. 16.2 on the fuel. And cargo weight's 42.2. So let's get fuel on here right now. 16.2. Call the fuel truck. And payload. Start off with some cargo. And we're going to go in here and make some adjustments to simulate our cargo variant here, because there isn't actually a level up cargo variant yet. So we're going to make our own. Every time. Alright, so let's get some weight on this thing, and we'll use the passengers to simulate the payload here. So we need 42.2. There's 46. CG's a bit aft, so let's put a few more in here. 25, 27, 28. That's a nice CG right there. I like that. So we're taking on fuel. The payload is set 42.2. Okay. So position initialization. We're going to go over here to FMC. Position initialization. Let's put in the reference airport KAFW. And we're going to use that as our IRS position. Route's going to be AFW, and we're going to KBNA. KBNA. The flight number is Giant 3651. And the route. Let's put that in right now. Alright, what do we got for route tonight? I have that on my other screen here. So, not a lot of waypoints here. So we're going to go loose to Memphis, M-E-N. And then most of this is departure and arrival. So departure and arrival, we're going to be using runway 34 left, with the Kuso 1 departure, loose transition, arriving for now at Nashville, to center, with the Chesney 2, Memphis transition. Let's go to route. Let's take a look at it real quick. Okay, let's go to legs. Check them out. Cool. And then we'll deal with the transition here as we get closer. That looks good. So route. Let's activate. Execute. And performance initialization. 0 fuel weights loaded up. Reserves 7,000 pounds. Cost index 100. Our cruise altitude tonight is 350. The cruise wind is 248 at 96. 248 at 96. So nice little tailwind tonight. And temperature offset's more or less the same. Execute that. Altitude constraint at Chesney. Very well. We'll take a look at that later. For takeoff performance, let's go over to the sim brief because they have a really good performance calculator there. Takeoff performance out of AFW. Actual group disable. Calculate 142, 149, DTO2, temp 30, FLAPS 5. All right, so we're gonna go DTO2, select temperature 30, 89.3 on the N1, and then FLAPS 5, takeoff CG. Insufficient fuel. That'll buff out as we climb. Fuel's coming on anyway. Okay, cool. So we'll put legs over here, takeoff over here, and we are all set, guys. So right now we're just gonna wait for the fuel to finish up, and then we'll get going. Okay, I'm back. Had to go check on my son real quick. How are we looking here? FMC is programmed for flight. Alright. Fuel quantity is set. Looks like we got 16.2 on board. Flight altitude is going to be 35,000 feet for this flight. The landing altitude, let's take a look at that. And this is important for pressurization. You want to make sure that the autocontroller knows what altitude you're landing at, so it can set the pressurization accordingly. Alright, so it looks like 570, so let's just call that 550. That's close enough. FMC is checked and confirmed, legs on left, takeoff data on the right. Flight directors on left and right. And also, auto throttle is armed. MCP airspeed is going to be our V2 speed, which is 148. MCP heading is going to be the departure heading, which will be oh goodness, Fort Worth Alliance, Puro Fort Worth Alliance. Let's see. The pain in the butt. What is this chart? Thing's a mess. Oh, let's just do it this way. Runway heading is going to be 346. All right, let's get that in here. .346, and then we're going to be up to 350 on the altitude. I don't think we have any ATC that we need to worry about here. Let me check. We'll go ATC mode on. Oh, I think we do have some ATC on. Oh, okay, well that'll be interesting. I wasn't ready for that. So let's make sure that we have our flight plan filed, which I don't think I actually did. Let's file the flight plan. Doing that on the right. All right, this is what the flight plan looks like when you're putting it into VATSIM. File that. I think I had the wrong call sign on. $3651. We may need to call for IFR clearance then. 135.175. 135.175. Let's go ahead and call up and get it. Alright, let's call Dallas Fort Worth Center. Fort Worth Center, good evening. Giant 3651 requests IFR clearance to Nashville.
Giant 3651 Fort Worth Center, you on the ground on Alliance?
Affirm.
Giant 3651, stand by one.
I'm not. I'll be honest with you. We don't typically get a lot of Fort Worth Center controllers here. Like they tend to not man this place as much as I think they should. Wow, 350 at 19 gusting 29. Altimeter is 3030. Okay, we'll start doing that while we wait. 3030. Very windy here today. You know what? I don't like this Collins. Let's see here. General configuration. No, I think it's system. I like the Collins MCP panel. That's better. All right, so we're just waiting for IFR clearance now. I'm going to press on for now. Altimeters are set. Auto brakes, RTO.
Southwest 151, radar contact, CLT leaving.
Navigation.
3060.
TCAS, waiting on TCAS.
Up to 6000, sorry. Southwest 151.
Just waiting on a controller.
Southwest 151, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Up to flight level 350, Southwest 151.
Just waiting on the clearance.
Southwest 151, clear direct Memphis.
Direct Memphis, Southwest 151.
Tell you what, to save some time, I'm going to press ahead on the checklist. Lower MFD is set to engine. APU is coming on now. And while we wait for the controller to get back to us, I'm going to set up my yoke and all that stuff. APU's coming up now.
And John 3651, I have your clearance supplies ready. John 3651, clear to the Nashville airport. You radar vector south to join the QSO 1 departure. Loose transition, then it's filed. Upon departure, maintain 3000. Expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency, this frequency, squawk 6202. Giant 3651, read back correct, push to start your discretion advisory taxi. I assume you're going to want 3-4 left there, Alliance? Alright, just let me know when you're ready. FedEx 396, descend via Bridge 5 arrival, DFW altimeter 3027, and when able to say which one we'd like.
Alright, crew.
American 257-4 center.
I just realized my mic was off. I just did my IFR clearance. You may have missed it, but our readback was correct. We're going to taxi.
Can you accept the SOC 4 arrival?
Down Papa 1, Papa, Charlie, and then 3-4. We're going to get radar vectors to the south, and then from there, we're going to get vectored over to Kuso,
direct and Geeky, SOC 4 arrival.
and then loose, and then out.
Geek for SOC 4, American 257.
Let's make sure that's in the FMS correctly. So Sav. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna fly this basically via radar vector. So I'm expecting a heading departure, honestly. Okay, lower MFD APU's on. Doors and windows
Forward Center, FedEx 396, how do you hear?
are closed.
FedEx 396, I hear you.
Electric hydraulic
how do
pumps
you hear me?
1 and 2.
About
Fuel
five.
pumps on.
We'll
Y'all
descend
dampers
via
on.
the Bridge 5, and we'll take 35 rate.
Parking brake is set.
FedEx 396, Roger, can you expect around 35 right?
We can pull the chocks. APU generators coming on. And the power unit can come off. Anti-collision lights are on. Get the tug moving.
Cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Trim air is coming on. APU bleed is on. Engine bleeds are off. Engine start switch left. A-cars coming on now. As we taxi out, I'll talk about what I've done
All doors and hatches are closed.
to
257 at pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240.
make this thing fly better.
340 from American 257.
There we go.
American 257 at pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240.
240 for American 257.
Okay, just finishing up a couple little quick things here. Get the webcam going and make sure I got my throttles tightened down so they don't take off on me when we take off.
American 1194, contact Kansas City Center 125.72. Good night.
125.72, American 1194. Good night.
Okay, got my knee board on. I actually need all this stuff because we have ATC and I don't want to be screwing this up. Alright, let's take a look and make sure we have the webcam on. How it's positioned.
Havajet 71, leave my airspace to the south. Houston is offline, unfortunately. Radar service is terminated. Change to advisor frequency approved. Good night. Hey, thanks for your help, Havajet 71. Have a nice night. You too.
Okay, little adjustment there. I think we're all set. Alright, push and start clearance. Let's do that now.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Let's push it right there.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Okay, let's do it. Alright, crew, engine start. Starting 2.
Delta 793, leave my airspace to the west. Alpha
Rotation on
offline.
N2.
Radar service is terminated. Change to advisor frequency approved. Good night.
Board advisor, have a good night, Delta 793.
Okay, this is oil pressure. Fuel's coming on. Okay, fuel flow, EGT. Okay, starter valve is closed. Starting engine 1. Good start on 2. Rotation in 2. Oil pressure. Fuel on.
Number 4507. Landing
flow?
150 to maintain 4,000. Vectors
EGT.
for 35 left.
November 4567, 150, then down to 4,000.
Okay, good start on 1. At the start checklist, engine wing anti-ice. Let's turn it on, it's really cold out here. Packs coming on. APU bleed is off, engine bleeds are on, isolation valve is closed. Engine generator
Operation
1,
complete.
2.
Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Parking brake is set, and APU coming off. Alright, let's make some adjustments to these display units. They're a little bright. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, crew, we got engine start on left and right. Wait on the ground signal, and then we'll call for taxi.
Host disconnected. Bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. I'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I will see you later.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, but it seems like your push to talk button is being stuck, and it's just leaving it open.
For me?
Okay, ground signal's good. Taxi checklist. Flaps and slats. Flaps 5.
Roger.
Stab trim 5.25. Takeoff data is set 141, 142, 148. Taxi departure brief, no change. Transponder. Taxi light on. Lower MFD on system. And taxi clearance. Forward center, Giant 3651, Alliance, ready for taxi 34 left. Did you hear me?
Giant 3651, runway 34 left, taxi via Papa Charlie.
34 left via Papa Charlie, Giant 3651. Alright, crew, let's roll. Real quick here, reminder, we're going to be heading down here, right turn, right turn. Brakes released, power's coming up.
American 257, descend via SOC 4, arrival DFW altimeter 3027. And down via SOC 4 for American 257.
Okay, nozzle steering check left, check right. Brakes checked.
Good evening, Angel Flight 77 Charlie on the ground at Dallas Love, looking to for IF clearance.
Okay, nozzle steering and brakes check. We'll do the flight controls after we get out of this turn here.
Angel Flight 77 Charlie, forward center, good evening, stand by 1.
Right turn on Papa. Alright. Flight controls check. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up. Elevator
Angel
down.
Flight 77 Charlie,
Rudder
Kingston
left.
to Ramble 6 departure.
Rudder right. Flight controls check free and clear. Before takeoff checklist, lower MFD, you're going to turn that off. VNAV and heading select.
7, set my 3000.
ICAST no alerts, exterior lights. I'm going to turn those all on. Radar, Wixer on the right. Correction, Wixer on the left, train on the left. No, I said that. Wixer on the left, train on the right. That's what I meant. Alright. And here we are. All right, guys. I guess I'll talk about my flight model changes after we get in the air because we need to go. Forward center, Giant 3651, holding short 34 left, ready for departure.
Giant 3651, fly runway heading. Wind 350-19, gust 29, runway 34 left at Charlie, clear for takeoff.
Okay, clear for takeoff 34 left, fly runway heading. Giant 3651. All right, let's go. So we got heavy gusts here, but they're right down the runway more or less, so that's fine.
Angel Flight 77 Charlie, we can accept the ramp at 6.
Clear on the left, clear on the right. TCAS clear.
Roger. Forward center, good evening. It's Southwest 275, 23 miles northwest, shoulder CR.
Runway
Sorry,
heading
275,
is
forward center, squawk on in.
346.
All squawk on in, Southwest 275.
All right, crew, we're aligned. Power's coming up.
105, Kansas City's getting offline. Radar service terminated. Change to advisor approved. Good night.
Good night, Delta 104. 105.
Okay, stabilized. Toga. Throttle hold.
Interflight 77 Charlie. Clear to the Houston Hobby Airport. Ramble 6 departure. Over transition that is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency. This frequency is squawk 3417.
BB1, rotate.
Interflight 77 Charlie. Clear to Houston Hobby via the Ramble 6 over transition that is filed.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
417 for Interflight 77 Charlie.
Interflight 77 Charlie, back correct. Advisory attack, expect road right.
Way back class, it's right.
Interflight 77 Charlie, level altimeter 3028.
3028.
FX 396, send and maintain 7000.
1000.
7000, FedEx 396.
Thousand to go.
Okay, we gotta level off at we gotta level off at 3000. Alright, I'm gonna turn the autopilot on. We're gonna have a lot of instructions going on here.
Try 3651, radar contact, CLT leaving.
Leaving 2,900 for 3,000.
Jet 3651, turn right heading 100, proceed direct south, resume the departure, climb and maintain 6,000.
Okay, turn right heading 100, and then resume on nav, and then climb and maintain 6,000. Giant 3651. Alright, crew, so we're gonna climb
Number 4507, flighting 180.
180, 4507.
okay, flaps 1, flaps up. Okay, coming right to heading 100, then we're gonna climb to 6,000 feet. Once we get on this turn, we're gonna go direct to south.
Number 4507, flighting 090, to maintain 2,300.
090, 2200, 4507.
Alright, I think we can go direct south. Let me confirm that. Oh yeah, definitely. So let's go direct south. I'm gonna go LNAV engaged. Very bumpy up here right now.
Fort Worth Center, UPS 699, ready for takeoff at 36 left,
Thousand to
down
go.
Fort Worth.
1,000 to go.
UPS 699, Fort Worth, step on one.
Well, I don't like what this thing's doing. Let's fix this.
John 3651, confirm you're heading 110, direct south, Sierra Alpha Lima Victor Echo.
Yes, we're correcting left right now. 110 direct south.
Roger.
Alright, I'm not sure what my aircraft is doing right now. We're gonna fix it.
Number 4507, I'll have a turn for you here in about a mile and a half.
So I want to go direct south, but for whatever reason, this thing was not doing it. So I'm gonna help it out.
FedEx 396, send maintain 4,000. Send maintain 4,000, FedEx 396.
We're definitely IFR right now. So I need to go direct south. traffic on TCAS straight ahead.
EPS 699 heavy rolling 36 left lap away.
36 left, lap away, EPS 699.
All right, I'm gonna try LNAV again and see if it'll fly that direct.
3.5 miles from Bego. Turn left heading 030. Cleared out last runway 35 left approach.
November 4507, turn left Bego, cleared out as 35 left approach.
Giant 3651, climb maintain level 350.
Up to 350, Giant 3651. All right, crew, cleared 350.
151, contact Memphis Center 132.55. Good night.
Over to Memphis Center 4.
Okay.
51, thanks, ADC. Have a good night.
See ya.
All right, I think we're direct SAV now, and we are climbing. I want to get out of this weather as quickly as possible. We're getting kind of beat up out here.
EPS 699, I'll have you waiting there just about probably another 30 seconds.
Copy for EPS 699.
It's a bumpy ride. I want to get out of this weather.
EPS 699 heavy, RNAV Haskell, wind 34024, ghost tree 1, runway 36 left, clear for takeoff.
Run to Haskell, clear for takeoff, 36 left, EPS 699.
All right, let's start working this after takeoff checklist. Landing gear up,
FedEx
and off.
396, turn left heading
Flaps are up, auto
270,
brakes
set to maintain
off.
3000.
ICAS, no alerts. Exterior lights,
Is that right to 270?
to line.
You're right, that's right. Turn right heading 270, it's a little late, my bad. No problem. 270 and down to 3000, FedEx 386. Good catch, that would have been very awkward.
Okay, 10,000 feet.
275.
Accelerating to 340 knots.
Southwest 275, Fort Center. I'm not sure if you ever picked this up. We're 33 northwest of Shepherd now, and we'll be ready for descent here shortly. Southwest 275, right, contact follow 370, at pod discretion, maintain follow 240, my apologies. No worries, 240, pod discretion, Southwest 275. Center, American 75, ready 35, left to exit, back.
Anti-ice coming off.
American 1765 4 center. Confirm your squawking 7065. 7065 for American 1765. I'll go ahead and flash it again. Number 4507, wind tree 4024, gust tree 1, road tree 5 left, clear for clear land.
Engineer 4567, 5 left.
FedEx 396, turn right heading 340, join the 35 right localizer. 340, 35 right localizer, FedEx 386.
Center UPS 699, climbing 2900 feet.
UPS 699, heavy radar contact 2700, climb maintain flight level 410.
Climb maintain flight level 410, UPS 699.
FedEx 396, spot from Coral, clear out, let's run 35 right approach.
Okay, there's 230 knots.
FedEx 396.
Let's pitch up and climb. All right, now that I got a moment to talk,
And American 1765, we're ready. American 1675, I got an aircraft out 2 mile final.
All right, hold on.
I'll be waiting for him.
Turn that down a little bit. All right. So, this latest patch of the level up 737, it fixed a couple things that are good. So one thing that it fixed was the porpoising in flight, in cruise. Once you leveled off, it constantly was porpoising up and down and could never hold the altitude. That's been fixed.
396 run through
What it did though is that it made the nose, it made it very tail heavy. So if you were to fly the takeoff trim setting, for example, the aircraft would take off, would rotate off the ground without your input because it was so tail heavy. I don't know what they did with the center of gravity or the center of lift or whatever it was, but you could not use the takeoff stab trim settings. It would just be take off on you. Also at cruise, we would be almost completely out of nose down trim. It would be almost bottomed out over here. And I found that to be unacceptable because I basically was running out of trim because it was so tail heavy. So I went into the aircraft configuration and the airfoil files, and I made some changes to it. Essentially, what I did to try to get the nose back down was I moved the wing's center of lift 2 feet further aft. So basically, I moved the artificial location of where the wings are at. So it moved the center of lift further aft towards the tail, which makes the nose naturally heavier, which basically restored our trim settings for takeoff and is keeping the trim at a much more realistic setting. It's been a lot better. Additionally, after fixing that, I also went into the airfoil files and I took off some lift at the angle of attack equals 0, right? So one complaint that I've always had with this level up 737 is that it flies so flat, like almost 0 degree pitch in many conditions. And if you fly the like the VREF, the V approach speeds that are published for this aircraft, you're almost coming in at a negative deck angle, meaning you're below 0 degrees, and I hate that. That's not right. We shouldn't be flying at a negative deck angle at approach speeds. So I've taken some lift out of the flaps, and I've taken a bit of lift out of angle of attack equals 0 in the airfoil files that for the main lifting bodies, like the wing root and all that stuff. And that has brought our nose up just a little bit in both cruise and approach, so that you're not flying a negative angle of attack coming in to land anymore. Okay, 18,000 feet, altimeter standard. After takeoff checklist complete. So those are the changes that I made, and honestly, I think the airplane's flying awesome right now. You'll see, if you guys stick around and watch me fly the approach, our approach angle is going to be a lot better. Our cruising deck angle is going to be better. And you saw the takeoff, right? It was very controlled. I had positive control over the pitch. It didn't take off on me, so I'm going to share these files with the level up people and see if they're interested in implementing this. If they don't, that's fine. I'm going to keep flying it because I think it flies better. But those are the changes that I've made so far.
American 1765 behind the landing Cessna, runway 35 left, line point. 35 left, line point, 1765.
Okay, fuel's looking good. 0511 arrival time. So about an hour, we should be in Nashville. Which, by the way, I've never been to Nashville, so I'm looking forward to flying in there. New procedures, new airport, new everything. So I think it'll be fun. We can take a look and see what kind of ATC we can expect for the rest of this flight. Yeah. So that was us. We should have just been flying a straight line, but my autopilot decided it wanted to do this crazy thing over here, so we straightened her out. Oh, wow. So I don't know how long Memphis Center is going to be online, but it looks like we're going to have ATC all the way into Nashville at this time. That's fun.
Negative.
So yeah, we can expect ATC at this time all the way to Nashville.
On Alpha.
Kingston on Alpha 4507.
Number 4507, hold short of the taxiway, Mike.
What short of flight 4507?
A decent-ish tailwind going on right now. I think that's going to go up as we climb too.
And over 4507,
Nice push.
contact to ground 121.65.
Over to ground 4507.
American 1765, R9 Michelle 1340 at 24 gust true on runway tree 5 left, clear for takeoff.
35 left, clear for takeoff. We're down Michelle for 1765. Glad to be heading up.
Yes, sir. Was it just flight tree 016? You ready?
Dark out there.
It's Jet USA 3316, we're ready.
Okay, I totally messed that up. I apologize about that. I'm gonna put that in your marks.
So one thing I like to do when I'm flying is
Just flight 16 clear to Detroit Airport via radar.
I like to keep my throttles lined up with the actual auto throttle position, just in case I have to turn it off. So let me show you what I mean. So if you look at it on the webcam, you'll see me moving the throttle levers now, and you see these little white pointers. That's telling you where your hardware throttle position is at, and I'll show you why that's important. Let's say I wasn't keeping up with the throttles, right? And they're down here where these white lines are at. Watch what happens if the auto throttle actually kicks off, because it can happen. Watch. Now we have this rollback, right?
The initial altitude was 3,000.
Copy, 3000
But
on the initial up to USA Jet 3216.
if I put the throttles back where they're supposed to be at the limit, right?
Taxi, expect runway 34 right.
Watch what happens if the auto throttle kicks off, right?
Jet USA 3216.
We're still maintaining thrust.
257,
So I like to keep them lined up with the actual auto throttles whenever possible. There you go.
Maintain 4,000.
Because I've had the auto throttle kick off on me more than one occasion for whatever reason, and if your throttles or hardware is not aligned with where the aircraft wants them to be, you start like running out of thrust, and you're like, what the heck happened? So that's why you always see me over here kind of, you know, tweaking with my throttles even though the auto throttle's on. I just like to keep it aligned.
12.65, good night.
Keep these little white pointers on the lines.
Great job. Have a good night.
Thanks, man.
Flight 77 Charlie, they're ready for release.
Into flight 77 Charlie, confirm squawking tree 415.
Fix that, stand by.
We should be transitioning over to
1765 radar contact, South T leaving.
Mach number here pretty soon.
American 1765, you're coming a little broken. Climb maintain flight with tree 70.
370, 1765.
Much better. American 2487 forward.
See our trim?
American 2487.
Way better.
American 2487 at pound discretion, descend maintain flight with 240. The DFW altimeter
Way better.
currently is tree 0, tree 1.
Okay, average discretion, descend maintain flight with 240, American 2487.
Alright, let's cross over.
Should be fixed now, Angel Flight 77 Charlie.
Say that one more time.
Squawk code should be fixed now, so brother.
I'm gonna go ahead and go back to VNAV speed. Mach 0.8.
Into flight 77 Charlie, run through on right line point.
We're ready to line up our way to Angel Flight 77 Charlie.
A little choppy up here tonight. Ooh.
American 257, reduce speed to 190.
190, American 257.
Forward center. Giant 3651 pilot report.
Can you put it in text?
Yeah.
Thank you. Angel Flight 77, I apologize for the delay. RNAV meters, wind 35018, gust 26, runway 319, clear for takeoff.
One of the mirrors through and right. 57 Charlie.
American 257 flying 030, set to maintain 3000, join the runway 36 left localizer.
030, 3000, 36 left localizer, American 227.
That was 275. Did you want through and left or through and right?
We'll take the left side of Fable.
That was 275, no problem. Expect through and left.
Expect you that, thanks.
Okay, I actually see the weather radar is painting some stuff out here. See if we can get a better look at that. Yeah, we're still getting a little choppy through here. And our tailwind's picked up quite a bit. Look at that.
American 257, 7 miles per char, clear out. That's right, 36 left approach.
36 left approach, American 257.
Wow, that's a nice tailwind. Almost 100 knots. Right off the tail.
Flight 77 Charlie, radar contact, south, you leaving?
That's through 1700. Flight 77 Charlie.
Engine flight 77 Charlie, climb, maintain flight 390.
Flight 390, flight 77 Charlie.
Southwest 275, flighting 130, set to maintain 4000 vectors for through and left.
130 down to 4000 southwest, 275.
Alright, I think we're through that turbulence now. Tailwind is still increasing. 245 at 101. That's why our airspeed's dropped a bit. Because we're taking on wind on the tail.
I'm sorry, I'm unable to... You'll have to type that out, I guess.
Forward center giant 3651. Let's step away for about 2 minutes, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, crew, I'll be right back. I need to make sure my kid's in bed.
Go ahead.
Autopilot's got it.
American 257, wind tree 4024, gust tree 1, runway 36 left, clear to land.
Clear in runway 36 left, American 257.
Engine flight 77 Charlie, clear direct Elver.
Clear direct Elver. Engine flight 77 Charlie.
Alright, crew, I'm back. Forward center giant 3651, back with you.
Giant 3651, roger, thank you.
Alright, crew, climbing through 335 for 350. So, since we know we're going to have a center change here, let's go ahead and get that frequency ready at some point. Alright, so Vetson radar is telling me Memphis center's on 13255. 13255. Let's put that in right.
2487 vicinity, the bridge 5 arrivals, DFW altimeter 3031.
3031, we'll descend by the bridge 1.
Cool.
Arrival. American 2487.
Giant 3651, appreciate the fire.
1,000 to go.
Contact Memphis Center
1,000 to go.
1.55, good night.
Hey Reed, we are heading to Nashville from Alliance Fort Worth in Texas, and I've been flight testing some flight model changes that I've made to the Level Up 737, and I'm loving it. It's flying really good right now. A couple little tweaks took me about 10 minutes to do, and she's running great.
Center American 1765.
American 1765 4 Center.
Yep, smooths out right at around 11,000 level beyond the departure. How's the ride look ahead?
You said it right around 11,000 was pretty bad?
Was 1,000 feet to 8,000 chomps and then smoothed out, and I've had smooth ride since.
Okay, you're all clear ahead for, I would say probably about 100 miles, and then, I don't, it's not convective anymore. Let me go check on that for you and see if that's a convective segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are leveled up at 350. I'm going to start pulling the power back a little bit. And we're cruising. Landing gear is up. Yes. Yeah, so Reed, I think it has something to do with the code. This level up code. Because the very first time I flew this plane, I had a dual engine failure. I was cruising at 35,000 feet and both engines died. I have no idea what did it. I could not fix it. Plane crashed. There's something about whenever they update the code, they do a new patch, they do something to something and it causes failures that you can't fix. That landing gear failure, I have not duplicated it. I don't know what it was. It hasn't happened since. I've flown this thing about 5 times since that night with no further issues, so I don't know what the problem is.
301634 left taxi via Papa.
It's working fine now, so whatever.
3034.
And it was annoying though.
Papa Charlie.
But he, see, I'm an aircraft mechanic by trade. That's my profession. So what we like to say is a down gear is a happy gear. So if you're gonna have a landing gear problem, you want the gear to be down when it happens, not up. So if you're gonna have a problem, I'd rather the gear fail not wanting to come up as opposed to not wanting to come down. Because you can always land on a gear that's stuck down.
So it's 275, flighting 150, maintain 4,000.
150, maintain 4,000, Southwest 275.
Giant 3651, contact Memphis on 132.55, good night.
Okay, 3255 for Giant 3651, so long. Alright crew, over to Memphis. Memphis Center, good evening, Giant 3651 with you, flight level 350.
Giant 4651, heavy Memphis Center, roger.
Alright, guys, I can count on one-handed the amount of times I've ever spoken to Memphis Center. They're almost never online. This is a great night to be flying. We have Fort Worth and Memphis Center online. I hardly ever get these guys. And another center I never get is Denver, and I never ever see Kansas City Center. So this is really cool that the Midwest is representing tonight. That's gonna make it fun, especially because I've never been to Nashville before, so I don't really know what I'm getting into here.
Memphis Center, UPS 699, climbing flight level 388.
Snowing in Nashville. Let's take a look. That's a great question. I checked the weather before we left, but let's get an update on it. All right, so we're modified VFR. Yes. 03013, 3 statute miles visibility, snowing. Broken at 1,300 feet. Ooh, this is gonna be IFR. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, wow. Oh, we can expect really crappy landing conditions here too. All right. So we're gonna be landing on runway 2 right, which is a short runway. So we're gonna use max auto braking on this. And then we're gonna have a long taxi on this slippery crap over to the cargo aprons.
Expecting heavy taxi to
Yeah, definitely snowing in
PI
Nashville.
Facility via Victor Sierra Romeo cross runway 9er at Sierra.
Let's find out where our parking is at tonight.
DSVF Victor Sierra Romeo cross runway 9er at Sierra. FedEx 13 Heavy.
Let's get to parking. I don't even know where we park. I've never been there before, so let's go airport information, K, BNA. Okay, prime ramp is over here, South Cargo Apron.
671,
Okay.
you're leaving my airspace to the southeast. That line is closed. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
Thank you for your services, sir. Radar services terminated. Have a good night.
Top of descent is at 451 Zulu, so it's about 26 minutes from now. We have a 112 knot tailwind, 570 knots over ground. We're cooking. And I'm running a really high cost index tonight, so I want to get there quick. I want to go to bed. I stayed up way too late last night. I was actually flying last night.
United 2124, the
I flew this thing from Richmond to
left approach.
where'd I go?
Altimeter 3017, expect dial left 36 left approach.
Cincinnati. Watch our ground speed. It's about to kick up a little bit. Or not. Maybe not. I thought we'd get a little more because we were putting it more on the tail, but I guess not.
FedEx 2711, basic 2711, have 36 left.
FedEx 2711, heavy taxi to the ramp via November Victor cross runway 9er at November. Remain as frequency.
November, Victor, Cross, I think that was 9er, November, FedEx 2711 heavy.
2711 heavy, that's affirmative.
Alright, let's do some landing calculations here. So our current gross weight is 145.7. The estimated landing fuel is 8. We have 11 on board, so our landing weight's going to be about 140. Let's call it 142.5. 142.5. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some calculations while we have the time up here. Might as well use our time wisely, right? Let's go landing performance.
Net 2144, descend and maintain 5,000.
142.5.
5,000.
Surface condition is definitely wet, frozen with snow. Let's calculate.
FedEx 4 heavy, turn left heading 270, vectors for the approach. Turn right 270, that's right.
Okay. So it looks like our approach speed is going to be 153, what makes our VREF 148. Flaps 30.
United 1457, you're leaving my airspace to the
Auto brakes 3.
southwest. Houston is closed, radar service is terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good night.
We're going to do flaps 30, VREF 148.
United 1457, Memphis Center.
Okay. So we can plan on that.
FedEx 4 heavy, continue that right turn now heading 330. FedEx 4 heavy.
Wow, what are we in? I'm turning the anti-ice on. This is some sort of freezing precipitation. The outside air temperature is minus 29.
Memphis Center, do you need to go to the de-icing facility?
Negative, FedEx 422 heavy.
Alright, FedEx 422 heavy, taxi to runway 36 center via Sierra Romeo, cross runway 9er at Sierra.
I feel bad for the Midwest dealing with this crazy weather. Out here in California right now, it's literally like 70-something
4 miles
degrees.
from Hayden, maintain 3000 till established, cleared ILS 36 right approach.
4 miles from Hayden, we'll maintains.
It's been beautiful out here. I was in the wine country in Temecula yesterday, and I got drunk. And it was like 75 degrees out there. It's so nice. And here in the Midwest, it's freezing, below zero, snowing.
Yeah, let me know when you're back.
What's that like?
I'm gonna have to get you lower in a minute. Okay. Thanks. United 1792, descend via the Barbecue 3 arrival, Memphis landing north, Memphis altimeter 3026.
All right, so I did notice that there was some ATIS available over at Nashville. So let's see if we can get that. 135.1. We'll put that on VHF2. 135.1. We'll see if we can pick it up or not.
Memphis Center, something 165. We're out of your airspace. Should we contact Takeoff?
Southwest 1165, affirmative.
Southwest 1165, zero.
For heavy wind 040 at 17 gust 27 runway 36 right, clear to land.
Oh, Reed, I just talked to Macho a couple days ago, so as you may or may not know, I was turning anti-ISOF.
76 wind 020 at 1 tree, runway 2 right, clear to land.
He's in the Army, active duty, and apparently he is securing our southern borders right now, I guess. He's doing his nation's bidding at the southern border. So we don't know when he's going to be back, but he's okay. He's well. He's just living out of a tent right now. So I'm going to give him all the time he needs.
2124, turn right heading 090.
He's okay. Match is still going to happen, and we're just waiting for him to get back to home station. Alright, so I got the ATIS dialed in for Nashville. I'm just waiting for it to come in.
UPS 6 at 9 manner, you're leaving my airspace to the north. Kansas City's closed. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, approved. Have a good night, UPS 699.
That's some company traffic, sorta. Where we at?
United 1457, Memphis Center.
That's us right there. Look at this weather. What is up with these? What is up with these Midwest people and your snow? Yuck.
Memphis Center, Southwest 151, back on com. Southwest 151, thank you, sir.
Advise on initial contact.
Oh.
You'll have information on her.
Alright, let me write that down.
International Airport ATIS information on her 0413 Zulu. West 020 at 13. Visibility 3. Live snow. Mist. Ceiling 1,300 broke. 1,800 broke. 3,800 overcast. Temperature -3. Dew point -6. Altimeter 3030. Simultaneous ILS approach is runway 2 left. Runway 2 right in use.
Oh.
Simultaneous departure is runway 2 left and runway 2 right. RFP approach is available upon request.
Two left would be a lot better for us.
In vicinity of airport. Use extreme caution. The terminal ramp is uncontrolled. Contact ground control when ready to taxi. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information on her.
Alright, when is that again? 04?
Nashville International Airport ATIS information on her 0413 Zulu.
Okay, that's pretty current.
020 at 13. Visibility 3. Live snow. Mist. Ceiling 1,300 broke.
2124, turn left heading 0 trees, 0 intercept 36 level request.
Alright, So that's the ATIS that's current within the last 20 minutes. Information Oscar. The wind is 020 at 13, right down the runway, which is nice. No crosswind. Visibility 3 statute miles. Broken at 1,300 feet, so we have low ceilings, low visibility. We're definitely going to use the HUD in IFR mode tonight. And let's confirm that I did the calculations correct for landing performance. So 2 left. That changes some things up here. Auto brakes 3. Okay, it's the same. Okay, very well. No real change there. Got a cell off to the left up here.
2124, give me about 10 degrees right. Southwest 151, descend to maintain flight level 330. And a 330 for Southwest 1.
Oh, hey, speaking of Richmond, Reed, I just flew out of there today. Alright, here we go with this crap again. I don't want to be taking on any icing. I just flew out of Richmond today. From Richmond to Cincinnati. Okay, I see top of the descents coming up on the map now. We are 138 nautical miles out.
FedEx 15 heavy.
About 14 minutes.
Ready to cross 3600.
Alright, FedEx 15 heavy cross 36 center on Romeo.
Cross 3600 on Romeo. FedEx 15 heavy next.
I actually, I have a lot of family that lives in Roanoke, Virginia. So I do have some southern in me.
3 miles
a little bit.
Bosac. Maintain 3000 until established. Clear ILS 36 left approach. Maintain 3000 until established.
Wait, what did he say? What's the name of that fix again?
Who's asking for the fix?
I just didn't hear you. Was that Bosac?
Yeah. Bravo, Oscar, Sierra, Alpha, Charlie.
Okay, Bosac, huh?
It's kind of funny sometimes. Yeah, don't read too much into that. You have to go direct Bosac. Oh, come on now.
What did I start? Alright, so...
Center United 1457, you contacted me.
Yeah, Roanoke is cool. I like it. I liked it there. Visiting my Aunt Danaline and cousin Nima. They are some southern ladies, man. Living on Cherry Hill. It's so funny because I'm from California and they're from Virginia and their accent's so thick.
Yeah, I was looking for you. You're leaving my airspace to the southwest. Houston is closed. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
All right, order. Here to come. See ya. 1457.
All right, I think we're out of this weather for the moment.
FedEx 422 heavy. Floating shore 3600 Romeo.
You ever notice that? This is so cool.
FedEx
Look at this.
422 heavy. Memphis Center.
Watch the split air gauge. Ready?
Gust 27.
See the fluctuations when you turn on the anti-ice? Now watch what happens when you turn off. See how it surges? That's a really cool, that's a really cool little touch that they put into this thing.
American 1765, Memphis Center, roger.
Memphis Center, FedEx 4 Heavy, looking across on 827.
All right. I can't see that weather out there, but it's definitely painting. And
FedEx 4,
I think we'll be fine of it, as long as we don't go in there.
27 at Charlie.
I will watch it though.
Cross 279er at Charlie, and we're just looking back at our flight following. We actually landed at 36 Center, sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Forgot to change it from 36 Center to 36 right. Hopefully didn't cause that many problems, sorry.
You got a number to call?
Hopefully not.
United 1792, radar contact lost.
All right.
Southwest 151, you're leaving my airspace to the southeast. And line is closed. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
Let's start doing some arrival discussions here. So we're on the Chesney 2 arrival.
I'm sorry, guys, 1792 Heavy.
We got a crossing restriction at Wheatos, flight level 210. Chesney, flight level 190. Balls at or above 9. Olna, in between 11 and 6 at 250 knots. And we are landing 2 left. So at Tupi, 4,210 knots. Tiki at 4,000.
United 1792.
Let's make sure that stuff's in the FMC.
Am I back on the radar? Can you hear me?
There it
I
is.
can hear you. Thanks, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Awesome, thank you.
Southwest 1792, check your transponder, make sure that it's on, and you're squawking 6236.
All right, let's go ahead and program in the. We're gonna do 2 left.
We are 6236, United 1792.
And the approach, we're gonna fly the ILS. Definitely the ILS. 2 left approach. What transition can we use for that? Nothing really. We'll pick it up at final.
FedEx 422 Heavy, Memphis Center, I've got your radar contact, say altitude leaving.
Passing 2.6 for 5, FedEx 422 Heavy.
Alright, that weather's starting to encroach on our flight path a little bit.
422 Heavy.
We may have to deviate a little bit.
Level 260.
Climate maintain, flight level 260, FedEx 422 Heavy.
Alright, let's talk about this approach since we have the time.
Giant 3651 to descend via the Chesney 2 arrival, Nashville, landing north, Nashville, altimeter 3030.
Okay, we'll descend via the Chesney 2. We do have information, Oscar. Giant 3651.
Thanks, sir.
Alright, so we're clear to descend via the departure, via the arrival, so our top of descent is good. We can descend at our discretion to follow and comply with that. Let's go over the ILS approach here, because it's going to be very critical that we do this right. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the Cat 1 approach chart, because I just in case these minimums get a little bit lower on us. So, flying the Cat 1 ILS approach,
1792.
we need to be at Dickens, 3,000 feet.
Did you have a request?
Dobbs, 2,500 feet to fly the,
Shoot the Cat 2 for 36 left to Memphis.
2,500 feet to 30-degree glide slope down. Intermediate marker is at 703 feet above ground.
United 1792.
No, that's Barra altimeter. The minimums for us are going to be 159 radar altimeter.
United 2124, clear of 36 left on Bravo, parking
the MSA is 3,100 feet from the Nashville VOR, which is 114.1. So I'm gonna put that in over here. 114.1. The ILS frequency is 109.9, 109.90.
Alright, T9 to 2124, taxi to the terminal V.
Your final approach course is 021.
Whiskey Kilo, remain this frequency.
Alright, taxi terminal via Whiskey Kilo. Have a great evening. 2124.
You do the same, sir.
Memphis Center, FedEx 15 Heavy, ready to go for 36 Center.
FedEx 15 Heavy, taxi to 36 Center via Juliet Romeo. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Whiskey Center via Juliet Romeo, we'll let you know. FedEx 15 Heavy.
All right, let's see if we're picking up. Yep, Nashville, DME 158.
Memphis Central Air Transport 3621 Heavy, retrieve at flight level 330.
Okay, I'm gonna set this down 10,000 feet.
3621 Memphis Center, roger.
Oh, wrong way. All right, descent push checklist. Landing data, we've checked that. We're gonna do auto brakes 3, max reverse. Arrival and approach briefing has been discussed, but let's confirm real quick one last time the missed approach, because there's a very real possibility we'll need to fly that. So in the event of a missed approach, we're gonna climb on heading, climb at 1,200 feet, then a left-hand climbing turn to 4,000 feet on heading 240 and outbound the Nashville VOR radial 270 to BV intersection, which is 22.4 DME from BNA and hold. We've got the ILS frequency in there. Our Cat 1 minimums here are going to be 159 radar altimeter. Let's go ahead and put that in now. 159. That'll get us pretty close. And we'll use the HUD, which should help us out. Alright, decision height 159, radar altimeter. The MSA is 3,100 feet. Seatbelt signs are on. And the altimeter setting is 3030. We'll pre-select that in here. And we are ready for descent, guys. We're just waiting on it now. 37 nautical miles, 4 minutes. I'm gonna take this opportunity to grab me a little snack from the alley before we land. I'm hungry. Be right back.
FedEx 15 Heavy, wind 040 at 17 gust 27. RNAV to long, runway 36 center, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to long. Said RNAV to long, correct?
That's correct.
Oh, there it is, just missed over it on the charts. RNAV to long, 36 center, clear for takeoff. FedEx 15 Heavy.
Alright, I'm here. Top of descent, about 2 minutes. Got me some hummus and some pita chips, because I'm fancy like that. Oh, hey, so much better, man. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about the flight model changes that I made to it, but we're doing way better. The trim is better. Oh! Okay, hold on. So, sorry. Look at that. Before, when we were flying, before I made the changes, our trim was over here. Look what we got right now in cruise. During takeoff, it was perfect. And at landing, it's going to be great. So I fixed that, and I made a couple other tweaks too. Pretty happy with it. It's a different plane now.
Memphis Center, FedEx 1242, radio check.
FedEx 1242, Memphis Center, you're loud and clear.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's been a minute since we've been on that, so gotta make sure everything's still working.
It should be a fun landing in Nashville tonight. The weather's really crappy.
FedEx 15 Heavy, Memphis Center, we got your radar contacts, altitude leaving.
Passing through 1,500 for 5,000 on FedEx 15 Heavy.
FedEx 15 Heavy, climb maintaining flight level 260.
260, FedEx 15 Heavy.
Here we go. Retard. Let's pull the throttles back to idle. Whenever that says retard in the flight mode enunciator, you should pull your hardware throttles back to idle. The auto throttle will do it as well. Because if you don't, this is what happens. Watch.
Memphis Center, Jet USA 3316, flight level 330.
Jet USA, Memphis Center, roger.
Yep. Well, I could probably do the same fixes for that as I did with this one, because this is a whole different plane now. With this 10 minutes of tweaks I made tonight, this plane flies so good. I can fix theirs too. I basically moved the center of lift of the wings back about 2 feet, and then it gave me a little more nose down tendency like I needed. It's been so much better. We're getting a little fast. Let's put the speed brakes out. Got a little bumpy in here.
Fifth Center, FedEx 15 Heavy, request to exceed 250 below 10, looking about 265 knots right now.
FedEx 15 Heavy, I'm sorry, say that again, request again, please.
Request to exceed 250 below 10. Just due to weights, we're going to need to get up to 265 to clean up.
FedEx 15 Heavy, that's approved.
All right, speed brake extend. We're getting way fast again. There, see? Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna arrest this descent a little bit. We're getting way too fast here.
Memphis Center, FedEx 1242, we're looking for I-4 down to Jackson.
All right. Autopilot was not correcting fast enough here, so.
79er is 8 miles east of Hinge Mountain, climbing flight level 240 for flight level 340.
The problem is that we're coming down fast, and the tailwind is coming off of us really fast too.
FedEx 1242, just sent you a PDC.
Yeah, we got it.
You sure that wasn't the weather, ma'am? I haven't had that issue with this aircraft. All right, do we need to deviate through this? Memphis Center, Giant 3651 request deviation 20 degrees to the right for weather ahead.
Giant 3651, that's approved. Unit 1792, turn left heading 090, vectors for the approach.
Yeah, left turn heading 090, United 1792, vectors final.
All right, we're coming right a little bit, guys. We got weather ahead. I'm gonna try to deviate around it as best I can.
Memphis Center, American 79er, 79er.
American 79er, 79er, Memphis Center, ident.
Ident, 79, 79.
All right. Definitely getting choppy out here. So speed brakes are up. We're on
American
speed.
79er, get your radar contact 10 miles west of the Hitch Mountain VOR. Climate take flight level 340.
Alright, up to 340,
Wow.
American 79. 79.
I'm trying to skirt this, but it keeps following me, so. Yeah, we're in it now. Hold on tight, boys. I should have deviated sooner. Yeah, hold on. It's gonna get a little choppy in here.
United 1792, turn left heading 030, intercept 36 left localizer.
Left turn heading 036, left turn heading 030, intercept 36 left localizer, Unit 1792.
Hopefully we can get through this.
Memphis Center, FedEx 422 Heavy, requesting flight level 300.
That cell is basically blocking our entire...
Take flight level 300.
Want to maintain 300, FedEx 422 Heavy.
Wow, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna try to skirt it as best I can.
3651 heavy, the Nashville altimeter 3030, expect ILS 36 left approach.
Okay, ILS 36 left. All right.
3651, sorry about that, wrong airport, it's going to be the 2 left approach.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 2 left approach sounds great for 3651. I was gonna say that didn't sound right. All right, can we get back on course is the question here. Oh my God. Okay, we're slowing her down.
Memphis Center, good evening. Atlanta, Delta 232, with you, flight level 340.
If we can get around it, we go direct to 2P. We'll be all right.
Delta 232, Memphis Center, ident.
Identing 232.
All right, I think we're breaking out of this a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and turn off the anti-ice for now. We won't need that.
Center, American 76, back, sorry, internet, down for a minute.
I think...
That is 1792, 2 miles from Macy, clear ILS 36 left approach.
Clear the ILS runway 36 left approach, Unit 1792.
American 7865, radar contact lost.
All right, I feel like we can get back on course here pretty quick. Memphis Center, Giant 3651. If we can get direct 2P, that'll keep us out of the weather and get us back on course.
Giant 3661, go ahead and direct 2P, and I'm going to vector you in just a minute.
Okay, we'll go direct 2P for now, and we'll expect vectors after 3651. All right, crew, let's go direct 2P and LNAV.
1792, wind 040 at 17, gust 27, runway 36 left, clear to land.
36 left, clear to land. Windy, United 17 Desert.
Yes, it is.
All right, altimeters are good.
Thanks for the content.
Man, it's winter flying out here, huh? Oh yeah, look at that weather cleared up for us. We're getting underneath it now, so
Southwest 1156, contact Fort
that's
Worth
way
Center,
better.
135.17, have a good night.
All right, good job, crew. We did our best we could to stay out of that. It's clearing up now. All right, let's go external lights. Exterior lights are on.
Delta 232, I've got your radar contact, 46 miles northeast of Meridian VOR, final retrieve 40 local.
All right, continue down to 4,000.
I'm sorry, was that for 232? Delta 232, affirmative.
Roger, you were just cutting a bit. Is there any request?
Yeah, we're keeping the anti-ice on. This is a little too much for me.
Delta 232, negative, just radar contact. Thank you, sir. Ready? American 7065, Memphis Center, radar contact.
I don't really need these on yet, do I? Okay, that's under 10,000 feet. We should be getting vectors here shortly.
Giant 3651, turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 4,000.
Left heading 270 down to 4,000. Giant 3651. Say again, 270? Is that correct?
Giant 3651, yeah, I just need to get you lower.
Affirm.
FedEx 422, you live in my airspace to the north. Kansas City's offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved. Have a good night.
Already on a com. Have a good one. Thanks for the ATC. FedEx 422 Heavy.
Southwest 1156, contact Fort Worth Center, 135.17. Have a good night.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Don't get mad at me. I'm not. Blame the autopilot. All right. Let's go ahead and select vertical speed. (1,500 feet a minute).
FedEx 1242, taxi to runway 36 center via Victor Sierra, across runway 9er at Sierra.
This guy's got us out here
1792,
doing
welcome to Memphis.
maneuvering in the
Make
snow.
The next 2 lefts and taxi a terminal view on November.
I'll be glad to get this thing on the ground, man.
Giant 3651, turn left heading 170.
170, Giant 3651. Alright, crew, coming left. It is very choppy here.
American 7865, you're leaving my airspace to the east. Headline is closed. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
Frequency change approved for.
Oh, look at this.
You have multiple days to think.
Yeah, I want to go. I'm ready to land.
Air Transport 3621, cross Pemby at flight level 310.
How's it go?
Got a 15, radar contact lost.
Okay, leveling off 4,000.
Giant 3661, turn left heading 100, descend and maintain 3000.
100 down 3,000, Giant 3651. Down at 3,000. Okay, vertical speed. Alright. Alright, let's start slowing her down. Let's go 200 knots. Flaps 1.
1,000 to go.
Get to 232, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Descend to flight level 220, Delta 232.
Finish 15, radar contact lost. Air Transport 3621, Memphis Center.
2,500.
Okay. Okay, leveling off at 3,000.
Daddy, I think somebody had the fridge open, but do you know where my soccer bag is?
Might be
Giant 3651,
in your
turn left
bedroom.
heading 050, join the
Check in here.
left localizer.
I brought it in the house. Say again for Giant 3651.
Yeah, turn left heading 050, join the 2 left localizer.
Okay, 050, join the localizer for 2 left. Giant 3651. Okay, we're 18 miles out. Okay, I see the localizer here. It's alive. Alright, speed 180. Flaps 5.
Memphis Center, Southwest 1140. Good evening. With you at flight level 340 for Southwest 1140.
Southwest 1140, Memphis Center, ident. Giant 3651, you're 6 miles from Dinks, maintain 3000 till established, clear ILS 2 left approach.
Maintain 3000 to establish, clear ILS 2 left approach. Giant 3651. Alright, crew, looking good so far. Okay, glide slope is alive.
Fast 1242, wind 020 at 11, runway 36 center, clear for takeoff.
Memphis Center, runway 1024, flight level 290.
Wait on the localizer.
American 24, Memphis Center, ident.
Airport in sight. Where is that localizer? Yeah, he gave us kind of a weird... brought us in kind of tight. So the glide slope's coming down before the localizer's coming in.
Alright, American 24, got you radar contact 49 miles east of the Clarksville VOR, flight level.
I'm gonna give myself a little hand here.
1,000 to go.
I don't want to overshoot that, so... Still waiting on the localizer. Okay. Let's go approach mode. Gear down, flaps 15. Alright, let's keep it going. Final approach speed 153, flaps 30. Before landing checklist, landing gear down 3 degrees, spoiler handle arm, auto brakes 3, flaps and slats 30, altimeters cross check 30-30, ICAST no alerts, holding on landing clearance.
Giant 3651, wind 010 at 10, runway 2 left, clear to land.
To land, 2 left, Giant 3651. Alright, we're on glide slope. Missed approach altitude, 4,000.
Southwest 1140, Memphis Center, got your radar contact 42 miles east of Nashville VOR, flight level 340, welcome.
Okay, I am visual. Alright, crew, I'm gonna take it. Auto throttle's coming off.
USA 3316, you're leaving my airspace to the north. Kansas City's closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
We are clear to land.
1242, Memphis Center. We got your radar contacts, the altitude leaving.
All right, looking good, guys. Whew. The braking action will be very poor. I can already tell you right now.
Vex 142, stand by. Vex 1242, turn left heading 270, climb and take final 200.
400. 300.
Jet 3316, Memphis Center.
Approaching minimums. 200.
Yeah, 3316, you leave my airspace to the north. Radar service is terminated.
Landing.
Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Delta 232, you're leaving my airspace to the south.
And you're braking.
Houston is closed. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
All right.
That is 1242 to clear direct south 2.
All right. Where are we at here? We're gonna turn off at Alpha 4, which is coming up right here. Braking action is good, actually, so it doesn't appear to be too icy right now. All right. All right, after landing checklist, spoiler handle. Flaps coming up, auto brakes off. Radar is off. Landing light is off. Taxi light stays on. Strobe lights are off. APU coming on. Stop the clock. Stab trim. Memphis Center, Giant 3651 is clear of 2 left at Alpha 4. Request taxi to the prime ramp, South Cargo Apron.
Giant 3061, taxi to the South Cargo ramp via Alpha across runway 13 at Alpha. Remain this frequency.
Okay, South Cargo ramp via Alpha cross 13 at Alpha will remain with you, Giant 3651. All right, guys, we made it.
And Memphis Center, American 7979, request 5 minutes off frequency.
That was fun. Let's see what the landing rate was. What do you guys think? 168? I'll take it. 168's okay. In stowy conditions, a nice firm plant like that, I'll be good with that. 168. Thank you. Thanks, Reed. Okay, that's 13. We're clear 13. This was a fun flight, man. This plane, it flew so nice, guys. I can't tell you how good it felt in hand. Oh, I also reduced the elevator effectiveness just a little bit, so it's not so pitchy on the flare. That's why I was able to round out that flare so good. You notice I wasn't porpoising.
3621, yeah, I've been looking for you. Indianapolis is closed. Change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good night.
Good night. Thanks for your coverage. Air Transport 3621 held.
South Cargo Apron's coming up here. Charlie 2. I can turn these windshield wipers off now. This was a fun flight. This plane is flying as good as it ever has with my changes. So I'm going to send these over to the Level Up guys, and hopefully they'll take a look at what I've done and implement it. Alright, what do we got here? Charlie 2, saw the cargo ramp. That's us. Okay, on the brakes. Coming right. Oh, there's our marshaller. Turn the light off so we don't blind him. Okay, parking brake. Okay, parking checklist. Transponder. Standby. AP generators. Fuel switches. Packs. Trim air. Window heat, probe heat. Don't need that. Yaw damper is off. Electric hydraulic pumps are off. Anti-collision lights are off. Wing and engine anti-ice coming off. IRS switches. Alright. Wheel chocks and ground power unit. Okay, parking brake released. Ground power is on. APU is off. And we did it, guys. Made it back. Well, not made it back, we made it here. This was a really fun flight tonight. I enjoyed the weather. I enjoyed the ATC. We had ATC from the ground to the ground. Got some snow. Got a little bit of IFR flight in. Had to dodge some clouds. Plane flew fantastic. So this thing is good again. And I'm going to send these files over to the Level Up guys. And hopefully they'll take a look at them. But I'm happy with it. So this was a great flight. Happy with the landing rate. 168's fine in bad weather. So thank you for all of you guys that were here and flew with me. I really enjoyed this flight. I hope you did too. I'm going to be flying this plane a lot more with my changes because it feels really good. It's awesome. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.